What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is back with another Tekken 8 video. Here we are going to talk about Tekken 8, like the title said, the final judgment when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 1, meaning that, my final thoughts, my final judgment, and what I feel about Tekken 8 Season 1 right now, and what I felt about Tekken 8 Season 1 within the past year or so. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Now, I did make a video similar to this talking about Tekken 8's first year, but the thing with that video was more what was going on the outskirts when it comes to Tekken 8, like tournaments and stuff like that, other type of events. Now here I'm going to talk about the actual game and what I feel like is going on with the game, the issues. Of course, I'm probably going to bring some old stuff back up that I've already discussed and things like that, but when it comes to a couple of things, my opinions have changed for better or for worse when it comes to that. So I am going to talk about a couple of things when it comes to what's going on with Tekken 8's gameplay. I understand that people have watched Harada, Michael Murray, and the other guy, I don't know what the other dude's name is. People were watching them talk about Season 2. I chose not to watch that, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. Right now, I got to see it to believe it. I'm tired of Harada and the dev team. They're doing a lot of talking when it comes to Tekken 8. Have y'all noticed something when it came to Tekken 7? The devs did not do too much talking. We had the round tables. They would do talking at the round tables or Evo or something like that. But that's about it. I just noticed that when it comes to Tekken 8, Harada and the dev team, they are doing a lot of talking. You know what I'm saying? This is the most talking that the Tekken dev team has talked in a long time. In a real long time. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So they're doing a lot of talking right now. Me personally, I think that's a red flag that they're coming out and doing all of this talking, because what does Harada always say? Don't ask me for shit. But now they're coming out and basically they're laying down a law and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, to me, in my opinion, the dev team, the Tekken dev team, they're kind of going out of character by doing all of this talking. Now, I understand why they're doing it, because they know that they fucked up. They know that the fans are right, and the fans want a change. So I do understand that. But, the first year, we already know they've been really arrogant when it comes to Tekken 8. So, like I said, I have to see it to believe it. They're doing all of that talking. That's great. But once April 1st gets here, that is when we're going to have to place judgment. That's what we're going to look for, things to get better and hopefully get fixed when it comes to Season 2. I'm not going to try to talk to Season 2 too much in this video, but I will say this when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 2. A lot of people are like, okay, they're waiting on Season 2 to come back to Tekken 8. I'm going to tell y'all right now, Season 2 is not going to be the healer when it comes to Tekken 8. When it comes to Season 2, it's just all about getting on the right track. When it comes to Tekken 8 Season 2, a lot of people are like, hey, Season 2 is here, the game's going to be better. It don't work that way. They even said it in the talk. They said they got a lot of work to do. They said that. Old boy said that. I don't remember his name, but he said there is a lot of work that they need to do when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 2. So I just want to get that out there, because a lot of people are saying that when Season 2 get here, they're just going to be like, hip, hip, hooray, and the game is just going to be better. It just does not work like that. Tekken 8 has a long way to go. This is damn near going to be a 10-year process. And what I mean by that is, it's probably going to take Tekken 8 at least another 2 years to get back to real Tekken form. Y'all feel what I'm saying? It's going to take a minute. It's not just going to be Season 2, that's it. A character coming back is not going to change anything either. They got a lot of work to do. But like I said, I didn't really tune in for that. I skimmed through it a little bit. I just need to see it to believe it. I want to get my hands on it. I want to see the changes. I want to feel the changes. I'm tired of listening to the dev team talk all the time when it comes to Tekken 8, because they've been doing a lot of talking. Now, we're going to talk about Tekken 8 Season 1. We're going to talk about the gameplay and stuff that's going on. To be quite honest with you, I will have to come back to Tekken 8 Season 2, because I do want to talk about the whole rank reset. I want to talk about that again. I know I talked about it in a previous video, but I do have a lot of concerns when it comes to that rank reset. I really do. But we're going to talk about Tekken 8 Season 1 right now. For the past few months, Tekken 8 Season 1 has been kind of I guess you could say helter skelter, depending on who you are. When it comes to me, I've just been kind of keeping quiet about a lot of stuff when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 1, even though earlier on when it came to Tekken 8's first year, I was one of the main person on the internet, basically exposing the issues that Tekken 8 has. I was even telling people, the good things that Tekken 8 has. You know what I'm saying? I call it straight down the middle. There is no, there is no more of this and less of that when it comes to me. If there's an issue, I'm going to explain the issue. If it's something great going on about the game, I'm going to explain that too. Tekken 8 got a lot of fucked up issues. You feel what I'm saying? When it comes to the dev team have been stepping stoning, on fixing a couple of things. When it comes to the whole netcode, online, rank match, I don't know what they're doing. They keep on saying that they're going to get that right, and it still seems like they're not even touching it. So that's one of the things that I'll be trying to tell people. It's going to be a long time before some of these things get fixed, because like when it comes to online and the rank match, it's still atrocious right now when it comes to Tekken 8. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So that part of Tekken 8 still fucked up. The gameplay, of course, nobody likes the heat system. That was one thing that they did talk about when it comes to the heat system. To be quite honest with you, they've got a tough task ahead of them, because the game is built around the heat system. And for them to make changes on it, it is kind of concerning. The game is, if they need to, they're probably going to have to change the game a little bit. So we're going to have to see, all of the additions and stuff like that. We're going to have to see what happens. And if that's the case, then Tekken 8 probably deeper into Season 2, going into Season 3, is probably going to be a whole totally different game, depending on what they plan to do when it comes to the heat system and how they're going to fix this. They even said that they were going to make it more defensive, and they were going to concentrate on defense. And I'm sitting up here, how are they going to do that? The only way that they can really do that is if they add another defensive mechanic. And we all know that they can't do that, because if they add a defensive mechanic, it's not Tekken 8 anymore. But I'm pretty sure that's what the community wants. But we all know that they can't add a new mechanism to the game. You might as well release Tekken 9 if that's the case. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they do that. And like I said, I got to see it to believe it. When it comes to the heat system, the biggest issue that I have with the heat system is that the heat system is not earned. The heat system is just giving to us, and basically you can just press a button and there you go. And the thing about me is that I've always been saying the heat system should be a build-up meter. You feel what I'm saying? When y'all start the round, you should be able to build up the heat system, get a counter hit, get some combos. If you launch somebody with counter hit, get a combo. That's how the heat meter should go up. And then if it fills up to a certain level, that's when you can activate it. Pretty much like Street Fighter Alpha. I've been saying that. It should be like Street Fighter Alpha, where, you're getting combos, you're getting counter hits, and that, what they call it, that X meter builds up in Street Fighter Alpha. They should have made it like that. But it's just one of those, you press a button, there you go, and it's basically there for the whole round. And then depending on certain characters, once that character activates heat, you're forced to respect everything that character is doing. Even if you're fucking far away, you're just going to have to respect everything. And a lot of times when someone activates heat, you're just forced to stand there. You feel what I'm saying? Say, for instance, if a character like Lydia activates heat, I'm not fucking with it. If Lydia activates heat, I'm running away from her. I'm not about to deal with that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? That's one of the issues that I have when a lot of these characters activate heat. You really can't do anything. If you try to do something, you're going to get put in a turbine. You're going to get put in a 50-50 turbine, and you're going to get hit. Most of these characters push you back to the wall to where you're going to get wall crushed, and it's just really tough to deal with. It's really tough to deal with. A lot of characters are like that. When they go into heat, you're just forced to stand there and not do nothing. You're forced to stand there and run. You feel what I'm saying? I be trying to run. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like I said, character like Lydia, she activate heats, I'm running. I'm not approaching Lydia at all. I'm waiting until her heat just completely goes down. So if you a Lydia player, you come across me, you activate heat, I'ma troll your ass. I'm not going to attack you, period, when Lydia goes into heat. But that is an issue. It should not be like that when a character activates heat and we're just forced to run like that, because if that character gets a hold of us, even if we block, we're going to be fucked. We're going to be chip damaged and we're going to be fucked. And that's another thing. It's just the chip damage is absolutely just out of control. I don't know what they were thinking when it comes to this chip damage. They said that they were going to work on that as well. We're going to have to see. But, you know, me personally, I think the chip damage is an even bigger problem than the heat system itself. I know that the chip damage comes from the heat system once these characters go into heat. And then that's when the chip damage goes. But the chip damage is absolutely just atrocious right now. I don't know why they put that in the game. One of the biggest issues when it came to Tekken 8. And like I said, when you're going up against some of these characters, you think you playing good defense, and then you look up at your bar, you be like, where the hell is your health at? So, like, the game literally insults our intelligence when we're trying to play defense. Because you could be sitting there, blocking, waiting on a fuck up, waiting on somebody to throw a low that you can punish, or duck a high that you can duck, punish, and launch them. You look up, your health is gone just by blocking because of chip damage. One of the biggest criticism of the Bears, their chip damage. Also, characters like Heihachi, the chip damage, and Clive, you know, the chip damage. It's just really, like a lot of these characters, you know, Law's chip damage is absolutely just fucking stupid. You know, Alyssa, another character, just chip damages you. It's just, I don't understand what they were doing. You know, my thing is, when they first started developing Tekken 8, you know, it's almost like, now this is just an opinion. This is like a fantasizing opinion. But it's almost like that Harada and the team, it's like they had Killer Instinct influence in their mind. The game plays kind of similar to Killer Instinct if you really think about it. The heat activation is like the combo breaker system for Killer Instinct. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And then these long ass fucking combos where we're just sitting there watching our character just get juggled all the way. It's wire to wire. Say, for instance, if you got a bitch-ass character like Lars is going to take you wire to wire. Lars can be cornered, hit you with something. Lars is going to take you all the way over to the other side of the fucking stage. He's going to get the wall combo. He's going to continue his combo by activating heat. It's just so stupid. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my major concerns. It's like, it's just too much watching. Too much watching when it comes to this game. Look, I love combos. I love the beauty of combos. But I do not like sitting there just watching, you know, my character getting juggled, all my health gone. And as soon as I get up, I'm already in some type of 50-50 turbine to where they're going to kill me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So they're talking about working on the defensive aspect of the game. They're going to have to put something in place where, like, if we're on the ground or something, like, we should be able to have some type of movement getting up. You know what I'm saying? All these old wake up attacks and ukemi and stuff like that, it's clearly not working when it comes to Tekken 8. One thing that I've noticed too in Tekken 8, people are using that spring hop up so much in this game, and I understand it because this game is just back and forth so fast. You're gonna get hit with a spring hop up. Like, say for instance, like in Tekken 7, people hardly ever got hit with those, but in Tekken 8, you're gonna get hit with a spring hop up because the game is so fast and so aggressive. It's like the game basically sends you into emergency mode. When you got somebody on the ground, you just got to go and pounce and make sure that they don't get up. And you're going to get hit with a hop up, a spring hop up. You know, really crazy. I don't know if they can fix that aspect of the game to where people use the heat to reset the combos, keep the combos going, and you're just sitting there watching. I don't know what they can possibly do when it comes to that situation, but hopefully they can come up with something, because that's one thing I just hate. I just hate just sitting there just watching like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can literally go into the fucking bathroom, do what you gotta do, come back, and you still getting comboed. If you going up against a character like Lars or somebody, or Heihachi or somebody. Y'all notice I'm saying Heihachi's name a lot. Heihachi is epitome of everything that's wrong with Tekken 8 right now. But a lot of crazy shit going on with the game. And of course, the characters. They're taking their time on fixing these characters. I made a video not too long ago of characters that I thought needed to be nerfed, like ASAP. Some characters still need to be nerfed ASAP, and y'all already know. People came in the comment section, criticized the fuck out of me, whatever. And a lot of these characters need to be fixed. A lot of these characters, the dev team is trying to be slick with, as far as either not fixing or buffing under the rug. Like a character like Steve, I'm starting to see something. I've told people this with Steve. They trying to overpower Steve on purpose. Like I said, Steve probably gonna be the most overpowered character in the game. Like I said, that Lionheart bullshit, it's just it's damn near the cheapest shit in the game. It damn near still got Fang's Kenpo and that's another thing. It's like damn near half of the roster has a fucking backstep Kenpo move. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's just getting to the point, man. It's just a lot of cheapness going on. Too many characters got that little backstep Kenpo move. Steve's got it. Fang's got it. Leo's got it. Jin has his own version of the backstep Kenpo and stuff like that. So a lot of characters that got a cheap backslide where they can just, avoid your move and use your aggressiveness against you and shit like that. And, I know that they're not going to fix that, but they can nerf it to where we can stand a chance against it, so we can either defend against it or hit those damn characters if they do it too late. But we're just gonna have to see. Like I said, a lot of characters just need to be fixed. We know there's some characters that they're just not gonna touch. When it comes to new moves, like, the game ain't ready for that. The game is not ready for no new moves, man. It's why would you put new moves in the game when you still have some moves and some characters that are still broken and still overpowered? And you're going to put new moves in the game, and more than likely those moves are going to be broken and overpowered. So I don't like that move. I don't like that move of them putting new moves into the game. I really don't. What purpose is it serving? You know what I'm saying? What purpose is it serving? It's not serving the purpose of balance. It's not doing that. That's going to make it even more unbalanced. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And, another thing about when it comes to the game, when we're playing the game, like, certain things that I have come grown to like. At first, I was not a fan of the stage interactive, the blowing up of the stages. At first, I didn't like it. I've come to grow and like that. It doesn't bother me as much, like, when we're on the siege stage and, we blow up if we get hit in the corner. That doesn't bother me that much anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm actually glad that they put these stages in there, because, when we get hit with heat and get hit with a big ass combo, those stages are probably like our best friend at that point. If we're trying to come back, those stages are our best friends at that point. We can use those stages for a comeback. So I'm actually glad that they put those stages in there because of what's going on with this crazy ass heat system. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the heat system, it was clearly an experiment. It was clearly an unfinished experiment. And like I said, I've said this before, I think when it came to that heat system, I think the devs team really wanted to see our reaction as a whole, as a community as a whole. Now they've gotten it. Now hopefully they'll get to work on it, and hopefully they won't screw it up for a second time. Because right now when it comes to the heat system, it's really crazy. And like I said, I don't know if they're going to do it, but they need to get rid of heat dash on block. Another insult to the defensive intelligence. I don't understand why that's there. You know, we get up in an emergency situation. We got a chip of life left, and a character will perform heat dash on block. They're at positive. Now all of a sudden, you know, we're guessing, you know, in those situations, I'm pressing a button. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If somebody get me in that situation where I got a chip of life left, they perform heat dash while I'm blocking, I'm just going to press something. You know, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the game wants you to do. The game wants you to say fuck it and press something. I'm just going to press something. You know what I'm saying? But that is a very annoying thing right there. They need to take it out. Now, heat dash on hit, okay, it makes sense. But heat dash on block, no. They got to take that out. They got to take that out. That is so frustrating. That is so frustrating. A lot of things just go back to the heat system. I know a lot of people got a problem with the tracking that's going on with the tracking, but I'm going to tell y'all something. Look, when I played Tekken 8, I be worried about so much other shit. I don't even, it's like I totally forget about the whole tracking issues that the game has. I totally forget about it because we got to worry about that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, they do need to get to work on the tracking. They definitely need to do that because right now the tracking is atrocious. Even though when I play, I totally be forgetting about it. The tracking is atrocious, man. It's just, you know, and I know people have noticed this when there's some simultaneous situation going on between your character and your opponent's character, and you're accidentally back turned. Now, y'all know in 3D fighting games, whenever that happens, the character should turn around immediately. You know, when your character gets turned around by not getting hit, the character should turn back around immediately. In Tekken 8, that does not happen. If something simultaneous happens to where if both of us do a heat smasher and everything goes disarray, the character will stay in the back turn stance. And it is totally frustrating. They need to fix that shit. I am tired of losing matches that way to where my character is not turning around. By when they're not getting hit, didn't hit anybody, the character should immediately turn around, but that's not happening in Tekken 8. You know, say for instance, like, okay, if I'm Eddie, I do Eddie's Heat Smasher, and then somebody has another character like Lars or somebody, they do their Heat Smasher, and I'm going all the way onto the other side of the screen. I'm trying to turn around. My character is still going that way. Still going that way, but my opponent is following me, and I can't fucking turn around. The only way I can turn around is if I completely stop and then turn around. The character should automatically turn around when it comes to 3D fighting games if they're not doing anything. You feel what I'm saying? I know y'all know what I'm talking about. That is a big problem in Tekken 8. I don't know why no one is talking about that, but I'm tired of losing matches because the character refuses to turn around when nothing is going on. I understand that the character is getting hit and trying to turn around and do something. I understand that. But when the character is not getting hit, y'all feel me? When the character is not getting hit, no one around the character needs to turn around automatically when we say to turn around automatically. That is not happening in Tekken 8 right now. They need to fix that fucking shit, and more people need to speak out on it because that is a big problem. You know what I'm saying? Because it does happen where simultaneous actions happen, and it leaves characters in that situation where their back is turned and the character just won't turn back around. You know, it's stupid. It's really stupid. So that's another issue that I hope that they will fix, and that was a real big issue that was plaguing Tekken 8 Season 1. And a lot of people didn't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was because they were using that type of character to where the character didn't do a lot of crazy shit, you know, like Eddie does. Or even like, I noticed a character like Alyssa. You know, if Alyssa misses out on her flying bullshit, Alyssa's not going to turn around. It's just going to be a whole bunch of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? They need to fix that fucking shit. That is absolutely unacceptable. And Harada know better. Harada know better than that shit, for real. Now, what I want to talk about is I want to go to Season 2, and I want to talk about the whole rank reset. And the reason why I want to talk about that real quick is because it does have a lot to do with Tekken 8 Online. Now, you know, like I said, I'm happy that they added the infinite matches in the quick match when it came to Tekken 8, because I'm going to be all the way real with y'all. It was like, before they did that, I wasn't really playing Tekken 8 all that much. But since they added the infinite matches and quick match, that's when, you know, I really started having fun with the game again. It was just one of those, you know, the game still has some fucked up issues, but at least they put something back in the game that I wanted back in the game. I can at least have fun with that. And I am having fun with that infinite match feature on quick match. It really does help it's a coping mechanism, you know, to cope with the other shit that's going on with Tekken 8. But I want to talk about this rank reset, because I know everybody is acting like they all happy and excited about this. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm not, because, you know, I was brainstorming in a previous video on how I feel like they were gonna treat the new rank system and treat the new ranks. I think that they're probably gonna do it more like the way Virtua Fighter does it. Once you hit that God of Destruction, nothing below it can demote you. Like if you hit God of Destruction, or maybe God of Destruction level 2, if you get to that level 2 territory, nothing below that can demote you. So I'm thinking that they're going to do it like that. They should do it like that. It should not be to where if we're a God of Destruction, whatever level, and we come up against a Tekken King and the Tekken King is taking our points, if that shit happens, I'm going to be very unhappy. I'm going to be extremely upset, and I will tag Harada and let his Ray Charles glasses looking ass know about this shit. If we're on God of Destruction level 2, level 3, and Tekken Kings are still taking points from us, that's going to be a big fucking problem. To the point I'm not going to play ranked if they do it. So I'm guessing what they're going to do is, if we get to that level, anything below a God of Destruction cannot demote us. We cannot lose points. They cannot gain points. Y'all feel what I'm saying? That is how I think that they're going to do it. Because why else would you add all of those ranks? You know, you add all of those ranks so all of those God of Destructions can have it out. You know what I'm saying? Now, the biggest concern I have with this is the cheaters. And we already know what happened when it came to Tekken 7. You know, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again in Tekken 8. Unfortunately, when the ranks get reset, the cheaters are going to come out. It is going to be hectic. It's going to be frustrating. And it's going to be painful. I will give you an example. That motherfuckers going to be cheating. People already know. And the thing about it is, let's just put it in a situation where, let's just say you have an auto block cheater that comes up against a rage quitter in ranked. That rage quitter finds out that this person is cheating. The rage quitter gonna rage quit, and the person is gonna keep cheating. And it's gonna be some crazy shit going on. It's gonna be very hectic when it comes to Tekken 8 online ranked in Season 2. It's not gonna be any fun, people. It's not gonna be any fun. It really isn't. I'm going to see how far I can get. First sign of chaos or bullshit or whatever, I'm out of there. I ain't fucking with it. Because I know it's coming. I know it's coming. These cheaters, they're going to be gatekeepers. Okay? They're going to be gatekeepers. You know? We're going to have to be ready for it. We're going to have to be ready for it. It's not going to be pretty when it comes to Tekken 8 online rank in Season 2. It is not going to be pretty. And everybody was like, you know, Bandai Namco needs to put in an anti-cheat. I honestly don't think Bandai Namco has the capability. Because if they did, they would have did it back in Tekken 7. And they just didn't. They don't have an anti-cheat. They are one of the biggest gaming companies in the world, but that don't mean they have every single resources that they need. You know, that's just how it is. You know, like I said, we're just going to have to deal with it. I know it's coming when it comes to that cheating, when it comes to online rank in Tekken 8 Season 2. Final word, when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 1, or I guess I could say final grade, I would have to give Tekken 8 Season 1, I would have to give it a solid C. Now, the reason why I give it a C, it would have been a C minus, but they put the infinite matches back in, so it upgraded to a C. So Tekken 8 Season 1 gets a C. Or I guess from a scale of 1 to 10, I would give Tekken 8 Season 1, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. You know, that's just my personal grading scale. And for the reasonings is because they brung my character back. They brung the infinite matches back. Fucked up shit going on, but I'm able to cope and deal with the crazy shit that's going on with this game. You know, I'm frustrated just like everybody else is. It's just that, you know, I just have ways of coping and dealing with it. You feel what I'm saying? And when it comes to these characters, you know, because I always, you know, get questioned about what do I feel about the characters, what I feel about one and done. You know, people, and that's another thing, people have been asking me about what I feel about one and done. Look, I did a video on that like 2 years ago. So, like, I'll have that video at the end of this video, and y'all can check that out, because everybody and they mama is asking me how do I feel about one and done when I already made a video on it. So I'm gonna put that video at the end of this video, then y'all can click on that video, then y'all can know my thoughts, how I feel about the whole one and done situation, because nothing has changed. So people have asked me what I feel about the characters, and I just kind of feel like a lot of these characters are trash. You know, a lot of these characters are bullshit. They broken. They was rushed. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of these characters do dumb shit out there. You know, the characters, they have their strengths and their weaknesses, but it really doesn't matter in this game. You know, strengths and weaknesses really doesn't matter in this game. It's like in Tekken 8, I kind of noticed that you really don't see a lot of people making tutorials on this game. And like, what's the real honest point of making any type of tutorials on this game when the game basically is just a, you know, kind of like a kill or be killed mentality? You feel what I'm saying? It's like, really? In Tekken 8, when you first start to fight, it's basically the best thing to do is just look for the obvious bad habit first of your opponent, and basically just take it from there. If you see a bad habit, if you see a flow chart, if you see a spam, punish it. Certain characters have moves to where if you block it, they're fucked. You have to punish that certain move. Like the characters that be having the snake edges, you need to punish those snake edges. Characters that be having big minuses on the end of strings, you gotta punish that shit. When Lars does his bullshit and that transition shit, you have to intercept that shit, punish it, launch it, get a max damage combo off of it. When it comes to a technical tutorial, in Tekken 8, it really don't matter. It really don't matter. You can use it, but let's just say if you're just going up against someone that's just basically pressing heat smasher, power crush, this, that, another, it really don't matter. It really don't matter. Because what the game does is, whenever the game wants to, the game can kill the meta and make you play out of character. Like, for real. Like when you could be playing technical, but if somebody activates heat and they catch you, all bets are off. Now you got to get up. You can't play technical anymore because you're going to lose. So, you know, what's the point of having tutorials out here with a game like that? Let's just be all the way real. But you know what? I can go on and on about this. You know, for those of y'all that are still watching, I appreciate that. But, you know, I just be having a lot to say when it comes to this game, because I do like Tekken 8. I do like this game. You know what I'm saying? Is Tekken 8 a great game? No. Is it a good game? Yes. Is it a masterpiece? No. Do I think it could be better? Absolutely. But that just depends on Japanese Jesus. But, I have high hopes for Tekken 8. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Tekken 8 to fail. I don't want this game to fail. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no game. I don't want no game to fail. I don't want no game to be to be a trash game. The only game that I want to fail is Mortal Kombat 1. And the reason why I want that game to fail, because I just want the classic Mortal Kombat to come back. But it does not look like we're going to get that anytime soon. But, I don't want Tekken 8 to fail. I really do like Tekken 8. When I play Tekken 8, I get frustrated just like everybody else. When it comes to Tekken 8 is kind of like Mortal Kombat 11. If you don't get in that groove, you just don't want to play after 15 or 20 minutes. And it is frustrating. Of course, we're going to lose to people that we know that are not better than us. We're going to get hit by something that we felt that we shouldn't get hit by. The shit is frustrating as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, dealing with a lot of these characters and heat, the 50-50 turbines and shit like that, to where you're gonna get hit. You know what I'm saying? And then if you block everything, you look up to your bar, you got no life because you got chip damaged. It's frustrating as hell. It's kind of like one of those type of situations where, if you don't get a streak going, you might as well turn it off. That's just how Tekken 8 is. I understand that. Tekken 8 is draining. I've said this time and time again. It's physically draining too, because Tekken 8, it's like you got to worry about so much in the game. When you're playing a game like Tekken 8, you got to have your eyes on the heat system. You got to have your eyes on the opponent's heat bar. You got to have your eyes on your heat bar. You got to pay attention to your health bar because of chip damage. And then pay attention to the opponent's health bar before they go into rage, so you know that they're in rage and all of that. It's a lot of things to worry about in this game. And somebody came into my comment section and said that Tekken 8 done turned into Call of Duty. That is the reason why, because in a game like Call of Duty, you got to worry about all of that. You got to worry about everything that's on your monitor. And that's what Tekken 8 is. We got to worry about every single thing that's on the monitor. We got to have our eyes on this, and then we got to have our eyes on the stage. Because if we ain't careful where we are in the stage, we going to get blew up by the stage and get launched. That's a lot of stuff to worry about. Like I said, they said they working on it. They said they working on the defensive aspect of it. They said that they're going to work on suppressing a lot of things. I got to see it to believe it. That's the reason why I didn't fully tune into that shit. I got to see it to believe it. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to come on here and give my final judgment when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 1. I will say this before I end the video. Expect a plethora of gameplay videos coming from me. The reason that I'm doing this is because, Tekken 8 Season 1 is coming to an end. And, I play a lot of Tekken 8. When I have days off of work and stuff like that, I play nonstop. I play VF and Tekken nonstop. So I want to get those gameplay videos out there because, I don't want to be in Season 2 uploading Season 1 gameplay. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Even though it ain't nothing wrong with that, I'm probably going to end up doing that anyway because I don't care, because fuck the whole rank shit. You feel what I'm saying? Good Tekken is good Tekken. Yeah, y'all going to be seeing a plethora of gameplay videos coming from me because, they classic matches, Season 1 matches, probably from like 5 days to a couple of weeks ago. And I just want to hurry up and get it out there before Season 2 comes. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below about, everything with Tekken 8 Season 1. What do y'all think when it came to Harada, Michael Murray, and oh boy, when they was talking about the changes when it comes to Tekken 8 Season 2? Like I said, I did not watch all of it. I just skimmed through it. I want to see it to believe it. But what do y'all think? I want to know from y'all. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to your boy for the hottest Tekken 8 action on the internet, period. My name is Demetrius. I will get back at you in the next video. God bless. Stay safe. I'm out. Peace.